Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday's topic lesson. So again today we're going to go over sink and float again. So we're going to review some of the slides that we've already done. And then at the end of that we have a new worksheet for you to have a go at. Let's get started. I'm going to play our song again about sinking and floating.
Float, sink, float, sink. What about this metal spoon? What do you think? It sinks. Let's explore, let's find out what floating and sinking's all about. Come and join me, let's find out. Will it sink or float? Let's try something heavy. What about a big old key? Will it float like the leaf? Let's see. Will it sink or float? It sinks. Sink. Float. Sink. Float. Sink, sink, sink. Float, float, float. Floating along like a boat. Some materials sink down, 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 when others just stay on the top floating around. So what's it all about? What makes things sink or float? Armbands, rubber ring, baby swimming chair. Blow them up with air. Paddling pool, beach ball, little blow-up boat. Metal key, money, a hook for your coat. If it weighs the same or less than water pushing up, we call the object buoyant. It stays up, up, up. If it's buoyant, it'll float on by. But if it's not, it'll sink. Bye-bye. We've explored, we've found out what floating and sinking's all about. Come on, let's all shout out. We know what sinks and floats. Sinking and floating, sinking and floating. We know what it's about. Now why don't you try it out?
Okay, so for this session we're going to look at what is floating and sinking again. Just try and remember, if we can remember, what floats and what sinks. And then I have a worksheet activity for you to have a go at. Okay, so we've got our water like we did yesterday. Now have a look. I'm going to put a duck in the water. Does the duck float or does it sink? Can you remember? Come on, tell me. The duck floats. The duck is floating on the water. Well done if you got that right. Now I'm going to put a stone in the water. Can you remember if the stone floats or sinks? Let's have a look and see. That's right. The stone sinks. The stone sinks to the bottom of the water. Now, the reason the stone sinks is because it's very heavy. The stone is heavier than the water, so it sinks to the bottom. Now the duck is very light. The duck is lighter than the water, so the duck floats on top of the water. Okay, now it's time for our activity. So in your student folders, I've put a worksheet in there, and it's a float or sink, cut and stick activity. So what I want you to do is cut out the pictures on the spare sheet, have a look and see whether you think they would float or whether they would sink, and then stick them in the right place. So we've got a crown, we've got some cotton wool, we've got a rubber band, a coin, a stick and a pencil. Now what you could do, once you've had a guess and sticking them where they might go, then you could have a go at doing the experiment at home like we did yesterday and test it out. Make sure you send me a video or photos and also a picture of your completed sheet to your student folder so I can have a look at it. Well done everyone. Topic is finished. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.